The real flex is to have some stacks in your account when you graduate, period. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Unrelenting Pursuit, where I am creating a community of like-minded individuals that are trying to create the life they love. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how I managed to save $10,000 a year as a college student. And of course, these tips are not just for college students. Anyone that are trying to save $10,000 a year can utilize these tips. Tip number one, working. Of course, you have to bring in income to be able to save some income. So me personally, my own personal story, while I was at the University of Tennessee, I started working for the Student Success Center. And while I was at the Student Success Center, I was like, wow, I'm able to make a little bit of income. And so I took my summers when we are not in school and got another job, one that I can work 40 hours a week. With those 40 hours, I am breaking in my money, but I'm also looking at I can save this money for the end of the year. And let's be clear, when I made these tips, it's more so because when we're in college, I think a lot of times we only look at the college right now. But with these tips, I personally started looking at it like, wow, and when I get out of school, I may not have a job. I may not be able to support myself when I get out of these 4 years. So I have to think past then. So that's when I was like, wow, if it's a way that I can save $10,000 a year to be able to help myself in the end of my school journey, this is the goal. This is the goal. So basically, if we kind of do the math, with $10,000 a year, that's roughly maybe $200 a week. So if you can kind of manage to do $200 a week, and let's say $10,000 is not even your goal, you may have a goal of $5,000 a year. And even if you look at it, $5,000 a year for 4 years, that is already $20,000. And if you are able to start your life with $20,000 in your pocket just stashed, and you were able to just jump and land a job immediately, just think, you're just sitting on that money for a rainy day. Tip number 2, think like you're rich, but act like you broke. Okay, now when I say think like you're rich and act like you're broke, what I mean by that, because it may sound really crazy, but what I mean by that is you do not need a Birkin bag while you're in college, okay? Where you gonna put it? Where? You do not need a Birkin bag. You really only need your backpack. So you do not need to be spending money on all these flashy things for what? You are there for a purpose, and that purpose is post-college. So you got to think about it. Don't spend money on a whole lot of clothes. If you have the option to catch things on sale like your girl did, catch things on sale, save money. So even when you think about food, for example, food, you do not have to eat Chick-fil-A every day. Start cooking. You got to think, if you buy a bag of lettuce, if you're going to eat salads every day, if you buy one bag of lettuce, that one bag typically lasts you 4 or 5 days. And that's like what, $5, $6 on one bag of lettuce, and one meal at Chick-fil-A is $5 or $6. So just think how much money you're saving by just cutting back. Tip number 3, pay yourself first. And what I mean by paying yourself first, that means that, you have expenses every month, and technically you're paying those expenses every single month. But think about it. If you pay yourself like an expense, you're paying yourself first. So I read this book called How to Be a Millionaire, and it's a super good book. I will link it below. But the book was talking about how to pay yourself first. You really have to look at your savings as an expense. It's something that you will prioritize. Put that first. Saving first. So once you start saving this money, do not take it out. The whole principle of actually saving money is to keep it there for a rainy day. So you can't just be like, I want to get designs on my nails today. I want to take this out of my savings account to get these designs. No, that's not the principle. With you saving money, when you put it there, it's meant to stay there. So to sum all these tips up, college is not the flex, okay? What you do post-college is the flex. While you sitting in college for 4 years, you can't be out here trying to be like, oh, girl, I got my Birkin, for 4 years. No, no, that's not cute, sis. So if you utilize all these tips, these 3 small tips, I promise you that you will have money that is set aside waiting for you for your next chapter in your life. And with these 3 tips, working hard, thinking like you're rich and acting like you're broke, and also paying yourself first, I promise you, you will be able to create the life that you love.